Hello, my name is Jacob. The organization I have selected today is The Exchange. The Exchange is young adults ministry, a part of Grace Family Church. We meet on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. at a Carrollwood location. The people, the age range we take in are 18 to 29-year-olds, and right now we're seeing about, on average, I think 480 to 520 young adults every Tuesday night. So it's going very well right now, and I absolutely love it. My roles within the Exchange are a host coach and a small group leader. As a host coach, my job is to look over the ushers, that host team, and pretty much when you walk into the sanctuary, those people that you see with those yellow name tags on, those yellow lanyards, they kind of answer to me in a way. I'm looking over them, pouring into them, getting them in their spots, and making sure that they're all good to go to serve and create a successful environment and night for everyone else that's coming in to enjoy the church service. I also have a other group within the other hosts that I look after personally, whether that's giving them a phone call throughout the week, texting them messages of encouragement, and just building a relationship with them outside of church. And then my second role is a small group leader. So after the service, which is about an hour and a half, we have tables on other rooms of the church. We kind of discuss the message and build a relationship. So I'm not necessarily looking over and coaching those men. They're more of relationships. It's more like mentorship, kind of getting to see them and building a community. Those people I would consider my brothers before I consider them, my volunteers that I'm looking after. But those are my two roles. The organizational approach I selected is the consultative organization. That would be System 3 within the human resources approaches. The reason I selected this one is because although there is a very classical organizational approach to how this ministry is ran, every voice matters. So we do have our head pastors. We have our pastor, then we have our staff members, our coordinator, director, then we have our head coaches, our coaches, and then our volunteers, and then obviously the guests that walk in there. Everyone kind of answers to that next man up of that section. However, anyone can reach the top point at any point. And the best part is that every voice does matter. After every semester, we talk to every single volunteer. How are you doing? What do you think about this semester? What can we do that gets better? Everyone has a say. However, your staff members and pastors and people that are on payroll make that final decision. However, they highly put emphasis that your voice matters because it's a ministry, and the people's voice does matter because is it successful or not? We're not seeing everything the same way you guys are. So it's very consultative. Best example would be on a Tuesday night. We walk in there a little early as volunteers, around 7 p.m. And we have a huddle. The pastor and director, they speak, cast vision for the night, what's going on. And then because our head coaches and coaches communicate throughout the week, we're on the same page. So when we walk in there, we just go right to our spots after the huddle. And then the volunteers and our group come to us. We get them in their position, catch up with them, see how they're doing, run the night. And that happens every week consistently, and it runs really well. I have learned so much from the Exchange. I could talk about it for hours, but to kind of shorten it up, 4 categories. The first one is fill your own cup. Life lesson and just in general. You need to make sure you are good to go. Working on yourself, making sure your spirit, yourself is healthy before you pour out into others, because that's what this is all about. It's volunteering. So making sure you're on point yourself is so important. Secondly, you can't talk to everyone the same. This is more of an organizational and leadership approach. Everyone's a different person. I also lead women and men, and I talk to them differently. The conversations we have are different. The way we talk and speak are different. Just that culture and that vibe. Although we have one vision, one goal, everyone's their own person, and learning how to speak to people differently is so important. The best metaphor I can kind of give is you're fighting the same fight, but you use a different set of gloves. Some people are bare knuckles, other ones, those super puffy big gloves, but everyone has a different type of way to talk to them. Thirdly, personal relationships. It is so important to build relationships with your team members. Not just, hey, this is my boss, this is someone I look up to. No, this is my friend, this is a brother, this is someone I know I can come to with even the most personal things. It has an advantage and disadvantage. You sacrifice some respect, but there's a healthy culture that is developed. And lastly, your vision is so important. If you don't have a vision, you go nowhere. And I feel that it is such a solid principle to know where you're going, beginning with the end in mind, because it helps you stay on track. Thank you for the video.